D-Recruit Life Applications Officer under my covers again. Lately, I've been liking it under my covers, to be honest, mainly because my house is a wreck and I'm running out of room in this place. And so I've been, and I enjoy this position, better being under the covers in this relaxed position. Anyway, but you tell me, do you like the table position? Those of you that watch my videos on a regular basis, do you like the table position, the living room position, or do you like the bedroom position? Do you like this position right here? But anyway, I was watching Brandon Tatum, B. Tatum, and it seemed like he re-uploaded a video that he did a while back about the ASU girls in Arizona who found two white guys together on their laptops in their cultural center, which I think there was more going on there, if the girls would be honest, than the fact that these guys were in there and they had innuendo on their laptops and on their t-shirts and that. I think they wanted it to be more girls in there, okay? But they made a racist deal out of it, and they reminded these guys what the cultural center was for, and said that they got to go somewhere else. Now, just because you call it the cultural center, I think calling it the cultural center was giving it a name. But it was a place where the student could go to sit down and discuss things and study. Okay? And these two biracial girls walked in there and kept on harping until they finally left. Okay? What they didn't know is that the one of the guys filmed them as they were asking them to leave, yelling at them to leave, to be exact. One of the guys recorded all of it. So Branham had two sides of the story. When he first did this video months ago, almost a year ago, I agreed with it 100%. But then when he did it the second time, and when I say I agreed with it, I mean I agree with him as a conservative, because that's my boy, B. Tatum. But I noticed something about B. Tatum lately more than other conservatives, and something that I've caught myself doing, and I have to correct myself as well. We tend to protect everything white. We tend to justify everything white. And I do. I mean, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, if I see a white man and a black man arguing, especially if I don't like the way the black man looks in his dress, his attire, and all like that, I just assume. I know who's going on. I know what's going on here. And I've learned some things from my new job as well. Is like, the last person, to come into an establishment of mine and have security chasing them around the establishment, the last person you expect to do that would be a white man coming from downtown Pittsburgh. But, it was a white man. It was a white man. And then you see a black man, and I'm mad at black people about this, like, when you go into a 4 or 5 star place, okay, business establishment, okay, whether it be a restaurant, a hotel, a store, okay, Look the part. Don't come in there looking like a homeless bum and then think security ain't gonna waltz up on you. You come in there looking like you about to steal something out of the place. Instead of, but you come in there with dingy everything, dingy clothes on, look like you ain't been home in days. Okay? Weeks. And then you gonna go spend, go buy $100 breakfast. So can't nobody touch you. You want to go in there and buy $100 breakfast, ain't nobody gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying? You spending, but God, I mean, oh my God, people, like, get back to being people, But anyway, the guys at this ASU Cultural Center, one of them had Police Lives Matter on his laptop, and he had on a shirt that said that he didn't vote for Biden. And the other guy had on a shirt, something about White Lives Matter or something of that nature, or something on his t-shirt. And, when I first saw the video, I was like, yeah, white people, stand up for yourselves, But then, when he showed it again today, I had different feelings about it because I'm all calmed down now. And I remember when this whole BLM stuff first started. There was a nursing instructor that I used to work with, a coworker of mine. And a guy walked into the AAA center with a shirt on. This was probably about five years ago, I think. It's when this BLM stuff kind of started. And I'm not saying BLM started 5 years ago. I'm saying the whole thing with the t-shirts, these t-shirts are like making millions, that kind of thing. Rioting, even here in Pittsburgh, that kind of thing, okay? I remember that a guy came in wearing a t-shirt that said Beasties Matter. And I stopped him. He walked right past my desk and I stopped him. I says, okay, I know what you're trying to say. What the heck is a beastie? I think it said beastie. Look up beasties and then let me know. But he says, oh, calm down, man. I said, no, dude, I don't care about no BLM. Don't get on the defensive. I'm concerned about what them beasties are. What is some beasties on there? What is a beastie? He said, they're fish. He says, I own a farm. Now there's another name, okay, for these, and it's like a 3-word name. It's kind of like German. But, I own a beastie farm, is what we guys call them, what we call them. In other words, white guys is what we call them. And I own a farm, like a trout farm, And we were joking about it, and I said, well, that's good. I'm glad that the beasties don't riot and start trouble and burn things down. And he said, well, they don't burn things down, but they do riot. He said, boy, they know how to put on a riot. I said, what kind of rioting they do? He says, oh, they fight in the water. They fight in the water. They fight over food. Some of them even get killed. They did some dead ones laying down there. They really get vicious. But boy, are they tasty. I said, I have to look that up, But anyway, and this white nursing instructor, her and I were talking about it, and I was telling her about the guy, and she saw the guy leaving with that shirt on. And she just shook her head, and I says, hey, Black Lives Matter started this crap. Now you got everybody, everybody's poop matters, everybody's pubic hairs matter, everybody's ukulele matters, you know what I'm saying? White lives matter, pink lives matter. They done messed up with this crazy BLM crap. And she said one thing to me that was kind of like waking me up. Kind of woke me up a little bit there. She said, but isn't that keeping it going? She says, okay. She says, I'm no BLM fan either, so you can get off the defensive, because I'm not a BLM fan either. However, I do support the fact that these people, because they feel or think, whichever one it is, that they're being attacked as a race, whether that's true or not, if they feel like they're being attacked as a race, I can understand that how they, would create the slogan Black Lives Matter and all like that. And it's a stupid slogan, I agree, but it's already here. So what are we going to do? Are we going to keep it going? Or are we going to show the world that we are not annihilating black people? We're not using crime to as an excuse to annihilate black people or anything of that matter. Okay? So what's it going to be? And she was right. Like, and that's why I never wore, a Trump hat. Even if I agree with the Beasties Matter t-shirt to this point, I still wouldn't wear a Trump hat. I didn't wear no Trump t-shirts, no Republican t-shirts or anything like that, because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. And if I was to wear that, it would only be, like she said, because of all the crap going on, that I'm wearing that. I really don't get into wearing political t-shirts, and I didn't until Donald Trump. And what really made people go after Trump, and y'all need to understand this, what really made people go after Trump is your hatred for Donald Trump before he even got in office. Okay? That's what made more people vote for Donald Trump more than anybody else, because y'all was going after him like a train with no lights, a train with no destination. Y'all just went after him, like a pack of wolves, and us people that were listening to him and understanding where he was coming from, we were like, okay, humor me. Like, what's going on here? Like, did I miss something here? Like, what's going on? But let me say this before I make this long video. Black conservatism doesn't make you white. And we black folks are known to defend white people at any cost, unless they pull out a gun and shoot somebody. Unless a white man pulls out a gun and shoots somebody in broad daylight. Shoot some old lady, shoot some old white lady. Okay? Alright. Or unless he's, the Oklahoma City bomber, everybody hates him. Okay? Or unless he's that black kid that went into that church in Memphis or Mississippi, whichever one it was, and killed down the whole black church while they was hugging and kissing on this boy. You know what I'm saying? White man do something like that, even the Ku Klux Klan don't like that boy. They hate that boy. He made it look bad for them. Okay? That boy is a nigga. That's a nigga. Okay? So, but other than that, black conservatives are always defending white people. And if you look at B Tatum, if you look at Green, if you look at Logan, even Tommy Sotomayor gets on the bandwagon sometimes of, not lately, but back when Trump was, just getting in the office, everybody was defending, all these conservatives was like, it's all about defending white culture. And then you go to Jesse Lee Peterson. Oh my God, he's still going crazy about, making everybody mad at him by defending white folks. Now, you got to understand that just because you become a Republican, that doesn't mean that, you became white. And white people see you as white. And they don't judge you anymore. And they don't look down their noses at you. They don't stereotype you anymore. That's not true at all. You become a black Republican, and I am. You just as black as this low piece of junk down the street. Until they get to know you. But they don't really care anymore. Like, if you dress better. If you smell better. If you talk better. Especially, in a place like downtown Pittsburgh. They only care who you work for and is there somebody to vouch for you. Okay? But I went up to South Hills, one of my favorite places outside of the inner city of Pittsburgh, and white boy, I did a video about this too, white boy tried to tried to pick a fight with me in the store over nothing. He tried to act like I was trying to run him over with my buggy, when no, he wasn't paying attention to what he was doing, and he almost ran into my buggy. Okay? And so when he realized he almost ran into my buggy, he tried to, start a fight with me. And lucky for me, not only was I armed, but he was smaller than me. He was somebody's kid. I'd have threw him into a bunch of canned goods, okay, and it wouldn't have looked good, okay, for me as a black man, okay, when he started it, but I'd have just grabbed that boy and threw him into, that stack of canned goods behind me, and it would have been over, okay, but his older brother, okay, jumped in it and told him, got him in line, and I think they were in on it. I think the whole plan was for the boy to get up in my face and for me to slap this boy silly, and then his big brother's going to jump in, and then when the police got in there, this nigga come in here and tried to start a fight in this good old town, and he tried to beat up on my brother, and I had to defend him, and he ended up hurting us both. He wasn't all that big either, okay? Plus, I had pepper spray on me. Now, what should I have done? Oh, I would have pepper sprayed them both. Okay? And they had a girl with them. I don't know if that was a sister or a girlfriend. I believe it was the girlfriend. I think it was the girlfriend of the brother. And the little boy just showing off. But I either would have threw him in some canned goods and been done with it, or pepper sprayed him and pepper sprayed his brother at the same time, because after being mugged, don't mug me again. Don't get in my face. Like already, like right now, people walking me, back up, man, back up. Can you give me some space? If you can't talk to me from 5 feet away, even though I'm deaf, I only got one ear. If you can't talk to me from 5 feet away, you're gonna get sprayed. You're gonna get kicked in the groin or something. Okay? Don't get up in my face and hey man, you got any change? Hey man, I want the bus coming. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Because I just got mugged. And I'm still reliving it. I'm still traumatized by it. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't believe that I didn't slap this boy silly or run him over with my buggy. Yeah. If I had hit that boy with my buggy on purpose, he wouldn't have got up. Okay? And it would have been me and his brother. And I'd have just, and and I got my little thing in my pocket that my little friend in my pocket that'll help me out a little bit. Then the girl would have been screaming, "Ah! Ah, call police! Black man beating everybody up in the store!" When I'm only this small. This little tiny black guy. You know, I tell you, my height has saved my life a lot of times. Because cops came around and said, "Him? Okay, what's wrong with this story? Wait a minute. This little guy. Okay? No weapons, no nothing. He got all you people acting crazy. Okay. We know what's going on here. Okay? But a lot of cops, all they see is this. And that is the truth. No matter who was right or wrong, no matter whether you got jumped, whether you fought one person or a gang, all they see is this. Well, what were you doing here? Oh, wait, Mr. Police Officer, do you realize that this is public transportation? They have a right to ride the train just like everybody else? These guys came over to me starting some crap with me. Do I have a right to ride the train? Oh, you so white you forgot that I'm allowed to ride the train if I want to. Black folks are allowed to ride public transportation. What do you mean, what am I doing here? Go to the hospital, my daughter's having a baby. What are you doing here? Oh, your daughter's having a baby. Oh, I would just come into this hospital dressed like this. Okay? And just walk in this girl's room. Okay? My point is, problems with white people don't go away when you become a Republican. They never have, they never will. You become conservative, yes, you are going to defend white people because that's all part of conservatism. But let's not get crazy with it like white people ain't never wrong about nothing. Now, these boys knew that they were going to a multicolored school. Okay? For them to wear them t-shirts and have that written on their laptops when ain't nobody hitting you upside your head with a pipe and trying to beat you up every time they see your white behind. So therefore, you should be seeking peace by watching what you say, watching what you wear, watching, what's on your laptop. Because then people accuse you of, it's not so much that, you're racist, but you're keeping it going, like the nursing instructor said. You're keeping it going. Don't do stuff like that. That's the reason, again, why I didn't wear no Trump stuff. When Trump won, I didn't wear no Trump stuff. Because I'm not going to keep it going. Life goes on. Okay, you don't like Trump. I get that. Let's move on. Not, oh, you don't like Trump? Oh, I'm going to really piss you off. Now I'm going to get me a MAGA hat. You don't do that. And just so you know, all these people on YouTube wearing their MAGA hats, they're wearing them on YouTube. And they're wearing them in these neighborhoods where all these white people are wearing MAGA hats. They're not wearing them downtown Chicago, downtown Pittsburgh, downtown Philadelphia, Minnesota, Missouri, or any of that. They're wearing them. Wait a minute. No, that Minneapolis, Minnesota, I think is what I meant to say. All right, that's enough. I'm about to get dumb. All right. Black conservatism doesn't make you white. And also, I wouldn't say just as much. This is the thing. Republicans, white Republicans, when black men, women vote Republican, the white Republicans look at like, oh, you came up to this level? Oh, high five. High five. If you think you can keep up with this level, high five. Oh, you're defending our culture? You like our culture? Well, okay, well, that's good. You should like our culture. They're real arrogant about it. But there's peace. Okay, there's arrogance, but there's peace. Okay? Democrats are freaking, I just want to cuss. They're liars. They're the most racist people you ever want to meet. When when a Democrat acknowledges that you voted Democrat, they look at you like, see what I did for you? Kissing your behind again. Okay? I'm doing this for you. Okay? Don't say that, now you can't say that I don't like black folks. It's just as arrogant. Okay? Look what I did for you. Carried your butt again. Okay? And I did this for you because you gonna do something for me. Okay? I did all this for you. Okay? So, guess what? Don't say I didn't do anything for you. Don't say my white behind never did anything for you. And stay out of my white neighborhood. That's the way the attitude of Democrats is. They're very racist. Okay? Very, very racist. Okay? Very, very racist. And they have a right to be. Because this is the same party where everything is justified. Everything. Everything is justified in this party. Okay? Can white Republicans be racist? Yes, they can. Okay? Defending positive cultures, or are we just defending white people? Again, we're not defending, we shouldn't be, just defending white people for the sake of defending white people. I agree that white people are the face of America, and I believe if you get back to letting white people be white people and respecting white people and letting, most of America be a white thing, okay, like it's been until recently, okay, I think we're better off. I know you want to throw all these other cultures in there and that, but the thing is, this is America. These white people fought like anybody else. They took slaves like anybody else, okay, so that they could have control of this land. They already won. Let it go, okay? We have peace, okay, just like in any other country. Every other country, I say this all the time, every other country was something else before it was what it is today, okay? It's what it is today because they lost. And now somebody else owns that, but there's peace. For example, Japan is a free democracy for the Japanese. Okay? China becoming a free democracy, except for communist China, for the Chinese. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You got North and South Korea. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And one is more freer than the other until the other one wants to come over there and bully people and push everybody around. Okay, but they're all the same people. They're all Koreans and they all look alike and they all have the same culture. Except one's more stricter than the other, one's more communistic than the other. Okay? Okay? But everybody is stuck in this rage to where we were once something else. And now we are free, but we also are free because we allow somebody else to win. Okay? It's no different in the United States. The problem with the United States is you see it differently. But it's really no different. Okay? Even in Africa. You know what I'm saying? And they're all Africans, but they're all controlling each other by money and property and war. And tribal names and tribal wars and tribal marriages and tribal, properties and all this kind of stuff. I don't care if everybody is the same color, if everybody is 100 colors. There's going to be war, there's going to be slavery, there's going to be someone trying to be above the other. And here in America, we have the most peaceful end of a bad setback. We really do. We have the most peaceful end of a bad setback, but the problem is now we've added all kinds of agendas, and this is what is destroying us. Agendas. We got agendas now about being white, about being black, about Black Lives Matter, about White Lives Matter. We have agendas about, Indian people. Well, I don't know about Indian people, but Arab people, okay, and a lot of Asian people coming over here with agendas now. Their agendas are not holy. They're not righteous. Their agendas are. There's something going on with these agendas. Okay, you don't know what they are. You still don't know what this coronavirus is all about. And now they're trying to find a way to close us down again. You don't know. You just simply don't know. So before you get on this bandwagon today in 2021 of BLM or white LM, okay, or whichever one or whatever kind of racial political crap you want to fight about, okay, understand, okay, that you're only going to keep it going. You're only going to keep it going. You're only going to make it worse. Let's play it out and let's see what's really going on here, okay? But, a lot of people and black folks don't understand this. They come over here and they survive because they know what? They know what to do when they get there. They understand white people. They don't understand why you standing on the corner with your, like you own the corner with your pants sagging on your back. You ain't got $1.75 to go get a Mountain Dew, but you standing on the corner, okay, with your pants sagging behind, down your butt, your holes in your jeans, looking like a thug that ain't gonna get away because he's gonna trip over his own pants, okay? And you want to hate. You want to hate on Asians, hate on Indians, and hate on whites. But a lot of these Asians and Indians, they don't come over here and live poor. They walk right in here and go straight to business. They walk right in here and go straight to college. Go straight to college, get an education. Take that education and go straight to business. Go straight to business and start owning all these properties. Okay? But, however, just because you become conservative or Republican, whichever one you want to call yourself, that don't make you white, and that don't make white people right. Let me say that one more time. Just because you become conservative, all those that have been watching me and know how I feel about white people and know how I feel about being a Republican, let me throw in a little disclaimer here. Just because you become conservative or Republican don't make me white, and it don't make white people right. Okay? It doesn't. Okay? There's still, why does it keep doing this? There's still racism. There's still racism in the world. Even if everybody was Republican, there would still be racism. Maybe not as bad, but there's still racism. Okay? There's still stereotypes. You're not going to go into these white neighborhoods and say, hey, you know what? I've earned my stripes. I've performed and danced on the stage and everybody likes what I'm selling. So move over, white folks. I'm moving into your neighborhood. There will always be segregation. There's just as many Republicans that are segregated. I wouldn't say racist, but segregated as there is Democrats. And these Democrats and these white Democrats and these white Republicans living in the same neighborhood, they living next door to each other. One says Biden, one says Trump, and they get along just fine. They cutting each other's grass, coming over there for parties, and some of them even wife swapping. I don't know what happened to this video. Something went off here, so I am DeRoy Cruz. I am your life applications officer. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, let me know. I'll translate for you. God bless.